Good evening, ladies as well as gentlemen. Papa Boris here with some more Hearthstone Arena action. We're picking up with a rogue run. I actually started out 0-2 with this rogue run. I was afraid I was going to go be an 0-out. Luckily, I managed to win the next 3 games and then the video ended. So I fully expect the run to end shortly at the beginning of this video. And then we'll start the next run. I would be very shocked if 45 minutes from this moment I were still playing with this deck. I don't know what exactly went wrong. Maybe too many spells, maybe a bad curve, not enough 4-drops. As the old saying goes, 4-drops win games. But whatever it is, it doesn't seem to be working out very well for me, so we'll just try to get as many wins as we can and then poop out gracefully. Alright, Hunter, Cody Man, 1, 2, 3, 4. Always just puzzled by the people with the numbers. Just so we're all very 100% clear on this, you can name yourself anything you like in Battle.net. You do not need to try to make your name unique. There could be another Borissimo out there for all you know. There's a hashtag and then 4-digit code that makes you unique, but you don't need to give yourself a totally unique name. In fact, I remember seeing someone on Reddit posting a screenshot of them playing against someone who had the exact same name they did. Anyway, CodyMan1234, whatever his lack of technical knowledge, is my opponent here, and hunters are a pretty tough opponent to face when you're a rogue, because of course you take damage with your hero ability. Not maybe directly the way that a warlock does, but you do nonetheless, most likely. Here we have our pile of 5s and 6s. If one of these were a 4-drop, I'd be in much better shape. I kept the ringleader. I was hoping maybe I'd get a backstab so I could turn on the combo. I do have 3 backstabs in here, however, they are not forthcoming. So we'll just dagger up, kill this archer. And then maybe if you play something with 2 toughness, I can eviscerate uncomboed, and then if I was ringleader to turn on the combo. Yeah, that's not exactly a great plan for turn 4, but Jesus. Well, looks like that's what I'm going to be doing. Eviscerating and daggering this thing and then playing the ringleader. Okay, so now we've got the Twilight Drake as an option. Is that better or worse than killing the Scarlet Crusader and playing the ringleader? You know what, let's actually kill this thing. I don't know if this is the right play, but since I am playing against a hunter, I'd like to keep the board clear as much as I can because him having an empty board means I'm taking less guaranteed damage. Hopefully whatever he plays I can deal with it with my bandits, or hopefully he just spends his turn removing my bandits. Either way is fine by me, then we'll play the Spectral Knight. Time might pass the Twilight Drake by, but as long as you only play 1 card per turn, since you draw a card per turn, the Twilight Drake's not going to get any smaller. So I'm okay with waiting on this Twilight Drake, because it's just not as good as the Spectral Knight. Now, if he kills both of these, maybe I'd play the Twilight Drake to bait out a Deadly Shot. It would suck to lose a Spectral Knight to Deadly Shot. Otherwise, hunters have a difficult time killing this, because they can't Hunter's Mark it, they can't Explosive Shot it, they can't even top it off with Arcane Shot or anything. I mean, they pretty much have to use Deadly Shot or Multi-Shot plus something else. I guess Unleash the Hounds could work it down, too. But yeah, I mean, most classes don't really have a good way of killing Spectral Knight. Honestly, Deadly Shot's probably the best removal card in the game for the Spectral Knight. Alright, so there's a secret. It's likely an Explosive Trap. I can't fathom him playing a Freezing Trap here. We'll see. I'll attack first, check for Explosive Trap. Okay, it is Explosive Trap. So this person's, you know, trying to burn me down here. That much is already obvious. That's the tricky thing about hunters. You know, with most classes like Warrior or Priest, you know, you don't need to worry about your health till you're in like the teens or whatever. But with hunters, when you're at 22, it's like, yep, I'm being burned down. He's trying to burn me down here. Backstab would be lovely to play on this knight. I cannot. I'm just going to then delay the inevitable here and swing. When hunters play minions that you can't deal with after they've gotten you down to 22, and you don't have any healing in your deck, it's scary for sure. He's got an Explosive Shot, which will take out my Frost Elemental and then leave me with my Spectral Knight to die against his Spectral Knight. Ambusher. Well, I got a couple of options here. I could make a dagger and a wolf. The dagger plus the wolf plus my Spectral Knight will kill his, and I'll take 4 damage. That would leave me with 3 mana, also known as not enough to do anything, which sucks. I could use the Assassin's Blade and the wolf, but that seems pretty pointless. Or I could let this thing live. I could just let it live. Oh, God, I hate this so much. Racing him out seems like it's not really going to work. Okay, I don't know if I'm making the right play here. I don't have a clue if I'm making the right play or not. But I am going to go for his face and try to race. I've got the minion advantage. He's got the cards back here. So if he has good cards, if he can clear my board, I'm just toast. But if his explosive trap and explosive shot ended his removal, I might still be okay. Alright, that sucks. Arcane shot for 1 mana, it kills my wolf. He does take the time to kill my Spectral Knight, which is really, really good. So that means that he's not hitting me in the face for 4 damage. 4 damage at this point is a very significant amount of damage for me to deal with. What else does he have? He has a Fen Creeper. Well, this is alright. I can actually clear his board, although it would require me taking 4 damage. Rifleman. Ah, not quite, Rifleman. Not quite. Rifleman Dave. Alright, so we're going to backstab that Fen Creeper. Kill it with the Drake. Play Blade. Take 4 damage, which sucks. Don't you get me wrong. But this way I'm threatening 6 damage plus another 9. It's 15 damage. If I get a little bit more damage, I can actually try to burn him out before he burns me out. But card-wise, I'm definitely down. I've got 4 here, and he's got 6. This is not really helping me with board control, though, because I really shouldn't be attacking minions with it against a hunter. It's a tense game. I'd give him an edge, actually, even though I've got the minions on the board. Because these are pretty easy to kill. They've only got 2 toughness. So Arcane Shot, Explosive Shot, Multi-Shot, take your pick. Anything will kill those guys. See if I kill command? Is he going to start kill commanding me? Oh, jeez. Okay. Just gonna drop a bunch of beasts. Boy. Alright, I got a pretty mighty card. The Raider is good. I think I will play the Ambusher. And we gotta think now, what do we do? He's got 2, 4, 5, 6, 8 damage down to 8 health. A couple of kill commands will kill me if I just ignore everything. Let's see, I attack him for 9. He's down to 9 health. I could threaten lethal here. Or I could do my favorite thing in the world, which is hedge my bets. I'm going to kill that hyena before it becomes a danger. I'm going to kill this. And I'm actually just going to hit him in the face for 4. And hope that he needs to throw his creatures at my Twilight Drake to kill it. I hope he doesn't have a kill command for the Ambusher. That would be the worst. That would be just the worst. Alright, he plays a secret, most likely Freezing Trap? Explosive wouldn't be very helpful here. Misdirection could also be helpful. It's a rare, though. It's less common. He does use both of his creatures killing my Drake, which is a very good sign. And he plays a High Mane, which he might have gotten off of the Web Spinner. That's 6 damage. I'm well equipped to handle, unfortunately. Blade Flurry. Well, if I throw my Ambusher at this thing, my Raider will go back to my hand, so I can throw the Raider at this. The problem then is if it's a Freezing Trap, the Raider would come back. But then again, that's okay, because then I could throw the Ambusher at it. And Blade Flurry will actually kill off his hyenas. If I go for his face, what is this, 5, 10, 13? I would kill him as long as it's not Misdirection or Freezing Trap. But if it is a Freezing Trap, well, if it's a Freezing Trap, it doesn't matter if I go for his face or this. So really, I just hope it's not a Misdirection. Anything else is fine. It's a Freezing Trap. Okay, that's fine. So that was going to happen no matter what. The Raider's back in my hand. I use the... Do I use the Ambusher to kill this right now, or do I wait? Problem is, if I use Blade Flurry this turn to kill off his hyenas, then I lose 3 damage. But then again, I guess I get the damage from the Blade Flurry. Alright, so we'll hit him in the face. Hit him down to 6. And threaten lethal. I mean... He's going to hit me down to 8, down to 6. You need a kill command and one other thing, one other source of damage to kill me. What is safer here? Crap. Do I gamble that he can't do 6 damage in 4 cards? Down to 6. I need to attack him. Alright. Not sure I'm making the right move here. But it's the move I'm going to make. And we pass the turn. So... I don't have lethal being threatened, is the problem. He's got 4 cards to kill a 5/3, which isn't that difficult. I don't have lethal threatened, and I'm out of cards. I hope I get sprint, or that by some miracle he can't stop us from attacking him, and then I might be able to win. If I get some other source of burn damage, I don't even know what I have left, really. I probably should have gone for the face. Oh, he wastes the coin. Interesting. If you're at 10 mana and you use the coin, you don't go up to 11. You can never have more than 10, even temporarily. He's got Imp Master, and... Defender of Argus. Oh, so he didn't actually need the coin. He has 2 Imp Masters that both have taunt. Well, the good quote-unquote news is that even if I had gone for the win, I would have ended up not being able to win because he had 2 Imp Masters and a Defender of Argus. Balls, balls, balls. Well, we'll kill one of them. We'll freeze. I don't even know who makes sense to freeze here. I guess the Imp Master? I don't know. No point attacking into her. I'll remake the dagger, which there's no point in doing either, and pass the turn. My opponent's got the advantage here, I'd say. I've got to get through that taunt, and he can... Well, he can't clear my board with what he has on the board, but I have to spend a turn attacking into this Imp Master. And meanwhile, he's just ploinking me away steadily. Boulder Fist Ogre! Oh, more like Boulder Fist Ogre. Oh, man, he's threatening lethal here. He's got 6, 8, you know, 9, 10, even without the steady shot. Sprint. That's probably 1 turn too late on this sprint. Well, that's a taunter. I don't think it's enough. Wait a minute. Oh my god, I almost can kill him. Deadly Poison does not quite kill the Imp Master, but if it did, then Cold Blood on the Frost Elemental would have been lethal. You've got to be kidding me. I just needed 1 more point of damage. Yeah, 3 damage. Yeah, okay. This sucks. I have to play the Grizzly, and he still has lethal. Because he just kills it with an Imp and the Defender, and then Ogre plus Steady Shot wins him the game. Mother of God, that extra Imp is what lets him win. Jesus, what a game. Double Imp Master and Defender of Argus. And I lose on the nose, of course. FML. Well, we did say this was a bad deck, and I guess all things considered, I'm pretty proud that I got to 3 wins piloting this thing. Really though, 1 damage away from being able to if I had like a 1/1, if I had a freaking Wisp to hit that Imp Master with, I would have won. Well, thanks for watching that. We're not ending the video though. We are going to collect 60 gold, which is a pretty good amount of gold, and start the next arena. Okay. Well, what do we do next? Something okay, let me click the OK button. So, Rogue. Well, I just played Rogue, and I've played Priest twice, so it looks like it's time for my second Paladin run. Kicking off with Stampeding Kodo is not bad. Here, Magical Mercenary taking 2 5-drops in a row. I mean, I get that this thing can be good sometimes, but that doesn't seem worth it. Let's take the Light's Justice. Here's an interesting moment. I mean, the Hammer of Wrath is definitely the best card, but Zombie Chow is just so ludicrously good when you can play it early. So I'm going to take Hammer of Wrath because it is just insanely good. Okay, we could take Noble Sacrifice here, although I don't really like it very much. We'll take an Inventor. Start our 4-mana Spike. Take a Bluegill Warrior. Bluegill Warrior I think is good for Paladins because you can get that early removal Paladins otherwise lack. I could take a Rocketeer for some endgame burn, but I'm not going to pass on a Grizzly Taunt, and that's good early on. So here we'll take a Loot Hoarder, get some early plays. And Spellbreaker, because silence is extremely useful nowadays. Mad Scientist for Paladins isn't that great, although of course it's better than for classes that don't have any secrets at all. I think I'll just take an Infiltrator and get some more early drops. Have a nice slow curve. Alright, we have a rare. These are all not excellent, but not terrible rares. We'll grab an the Pyromancer for some extra removal, which again, Pirates typically lack. Much as I would like these cards, Consecration is more or less unpassable. Unless you already have one, we'll take an Emperor Cobra for some more removal potential, and a Leper Gnome. So this deck, it's not an aggro deck, but it's going to have a pretty decent amount of good early drops. To take one of these ghouls, they can be extremely annoying to deal with. I find they're a pain in my side often. Unfortunately for me, they're kind of double-edged. I myself have a bunch of 1-toughness minions. Not exactly that thrilled about having this, useful as it may be. Do we take the Chillwind Yeti, which is the best card here, or the Panther for the stealth and maybe burn potential at the end? Well, we'll take the Yeti. I don't know, I think 4 drops are better to spike than 3s. Another Consecration is good. The Farseer for some healing is good, I find, with every class, and this guy will take, because first of all, he's the only really playable card there, and second of all, he's quite good. Choose of a Champion. Well, we've got all the important stuff. We got the Champion, Consecrations, Hammer of Wrath, everything's good. Here, for curve reasons, I'll pass on a second Yeti. I have a lot of stuff I'm going to be wanting to play at 4 mana, so I'm going to just take the Ghoul here to lower my curve a tad. Also, game, if you could stop giving me Noble Sacrifices, that'd be great. Okay, thanks. Alright, the Egg. Do I have any synergy with the Egg? Well, I have no way of giving it Taunt. I can kill it with a Pyromancer, but that's clunky, and that's it. So the Egg doesn't really work very well here, much as I love this card. We'll take a Azure Drake for some card draw and spell damage. Alright, now here's an interesting moment. These are both good 5-drops. I think the Fen Creeper's better for the taunt, even though the Spiteful Smith is harder hitting and a bit sexier. I don't mean the how she looks, I mean, you know what I mean. The Blessing of Might for some removal I find is nice to have at times. So what do I rather have, a big taunter or the removal? Got a pretty decent end game here, a couple of 5s and a 7. So I'm going to take the Blessing of Might. Let's get that removal party going. Ah, yuck. Repentance is garbage. I would have taken Avenge. I've really gotten fond of it. So I'm not going to count on a combo with my True Silver Champion with that guy, so we'll just take the Voodoo Doctor for some extra healing, I guess. I have enough 1-drops that I don't really mind passing on a 2-drop here. We'll take the Cleric because buffs are good. And an Argent Squire for some more early plays. I could take another Guardian of Kings, but you know what? Let's just go for the aggro approach here. This is not an aggro deck per se, but it does have a lot of early drops. That's nice to have. The Assassin's cute, but we'll take the Sludge Belcher for some more protection if the game goes long. Another Bluegill Warrior for some reach and some early drops is good. And wow, we have all 3 Paladin epics, which is, it's unlikely, I think, in general, to get an epic selection that is all 3 of the class epics, just because there's so many other epics in the game. These are all good. I think Lay on Hands, as good as it is going to take a backseat to one of these 2. Sword of Justice gives me a weapon, and it also is very annoying to deal with. I mean, obviously it works nicely with the hero ability, giving you a 2/2 for 2 without spending a card, and it's good for all these 1-drops as well. But I'm going to take the Avenging Wrath. I don't know, I think a lot of people would have made the other decision there, but it seems correct to me to grab that Avenging Wrath, because that gives burn potential to your deck, and it also gives a removal, which Paladins, again, have struggle a little bit in the removal department. So this deck, I don't know, I think it came out kind of cool. It's got a lot of early drops. It has a decent core of 5s and 7s, though. Well, the 1 Guardian of Kings and a bunch of 5s. So it's got things to go into the late game with, but it has the potential to get a lot of fast starts, which is good, because as a Paladin, you want to get board control early. Well, Gyro the Mage is annoying, because, of course, mages can kill all your shit. I will just keep this hand, though. This is fine. So we'll play the Infiltrator on turn 1. I'm not going to coin into the Voodoo Doctor. I think that'd be a little bit silly, because the Mage might have nothing better to do on turn 2 than Fire Blast. Please play nothing, thank you. So now we will play the Infiltrator. She cannot Fire Blast it. And then on turn 2, either I'll play the Cleric if I need it to buff the Infiltrator with, or I will play the Loot Hoarder. And in fact, I am going to play the Loot Hoarder now. I think I'm risking a, what's it called? Arcane Explosion here. But I'm okay with that risk, because that's a pretty weak card and a lot of people don't draft it. Or at least I don't. And if she wants to ping one of these minions and spend her entire turn going up a card, she can do so with my Blessing. Board advantage is more valuable to me than keeping cards. Great, so she does it. She sacrifices her opportunity for board control. Now we calmly play the Shattered Sun Cleric, which I took over something else. I remember this card, I took it over something else that was tempting. An Ooze, yes, a Swamp Ooze. Well, I'm very glad I did that now. So now I've got a pair of 3/2s, good board control here. Things are looking good. She's going to Frostbolt something? Well, better Frostbolt on this than on something that was actually useful. Alright, we've got a couple of different options here. I could throw the Loot Hoarder at this, go up a card, and then play the Yeti. I could also True Silver Champion to get past the Grunt and keep the Loot Hoarder. Let's go ahead and do the True Silver Champion. So the reason for this is I'd like to have the weapon in my hand more than I'd like to have the Yeti on the board, because I already have a creature on the board. So the Yeti would have given me 1 power upgrade over the Loot Hoarder, but I think the weapon in the hand is more valuable than that. The hope is if she plays a creature I can kill with the weapon, then I can play kill the creature and play a minion. She goes down a card, killing my Loot Hoarder, just like that. And she plays a Pyromancer. Well, that'll die. And then I'll play a Sludge Belcher, I think. Or I could play a Yeti, Coin, Voodoo Doctor, and Leper Gnome. Get more board presence that way. I could do Sludge Belcher, Coin, Leper Gnome as well. Bait her into going down, or spending mana to kill a creature. Well, one thing's for sure, I'm killing this thing. That is for certain. I don't need the taunt right now. So we'll drop the Yeti because it actually hits harder. Makes it more likely for me to get board control. And the coin, well, the coin could be useful with the Pyromancer later. Abomination. Ah, well, she used up my Truce of her Champion on junk, and now the Abomination will kill both my creatures. Luckily, Spellbreaker's a pretty good card, so we'll throw that down. Kill the Abomination. Voodoo Doctor to heal up my Yeti. Swing, and pass the turn. I did leave myself vulnerable to Flame Strike, but even if she Flame Strikes, she will have 4 cards to my soon-to-be 4, and I'd be okay. I'd rather her not have a Flame Strike, and indeed I get lucky and she doesn't have one. She's gonna ping off my Leper Gnome, now she gets rid of the Voodoo Doctor. Fair enough. Alright, so here do I just start going for the face? What have I got? 10 damage? 12 after the Leper Gnome dies? 14? She's practically dead. I'm gonna go for it. I think this is the time we'll drop a Sludge Belcher. And make a recruit. And see how she's gonna stop this. She would have clearly played a Flame Strike last turn if she had one. So she probably doesn't have one, so she's gotta stop this without a Flame Strike. And there's a Taunter in the way. 2 taunts unless she silences it or polymorphs it. Spellbreaker was just the MVP of this game, it should be noted. It stopped the Abomination, which stopped... Well, the Abomination was otherwise going to kill the Yeti and this Leper Gnome. Instead, both lived and got to attack her. She heals up, but that's irrelevant. She can't even kill this little slime. Well, that's the game. Ding, a link, a link, a link, a link, and we'll just do it like this, I suppose. And the coin actually gives me the kill. That's pretty cool. You don't often get to kill someone with a coin. Alright, I am optimistic about this deck. I am. It's a danger to be optimistic, I know. You're just setting yourself up for disappointment if things go badly. But I'm optimistic even so. Look, I'm making progress on my Spell Master. Yes, that's right. I'm a master of spells. That's right. You know it. You know it. And I think the deck is a really nice balance between early action and late action. Plus it's got removal, so I can deal with threats. My first Paladin run was a good one. Let's see if we can continue the trend here against Mosky the Shaman. Sounds like a Russian sort of thing? Kind of, not really. This opening hand, though, this opening hand is bad. So we need to mulligan all of that and draw into our 1-drops. Please, if you'd be so kind. Nope, nope, and not exactly either that. Oh, jeez. Well, maybe... Ah, there we go. Saved by the top deck. Let's see if my opponent's got an Elven Archer, which seems to be popular nowadays, to kill off Leper Gnomes with. Otherwise, Shamans don't have a very good answer to this. He can Earthshock it, and that would stop the damage, but honestly, if he Earthshocks that, I'm fine. So the question here is, do you play the Pyromancer? That opens you up to a Forked Lightning. I don't think I really need the 3 damage, though, of the Pyromancer. I'm just going to make a Recruit, because if he does have a Forked Lightning, I would lose a card there, and I don't really mind the 2 less power, 1 less health, because I've got this weapon here, which can help out. Okay, so is he going to play Spirit Wolf? Feral Spirit, he is. The Farseer would be cute here, but I think I need to drop my weapon out so I can get to work on these wolves. And again, do I play the Pyromancer or do I play just another Recruit? I think I'm going to actually play the Pyromancer now that I know there's this wolf here. I'd like to get rid of it if I can. And he's only got 1 mana, so he should probably pass this turn after killing off my Recruit with his wolf. Then I'll kill his wolf with my Pyromancer and play a Yeti. So I think he goes up a card at the end of the day, but I have the board advantage. I also could play... Whoa! My god, that was a mistake. You should have definitely killed the Recruit, 100%. Don't let Paladins keep creatures. Here, I don't even have to play the Yeti. I could just play Blessing of Kings on my Recruit. And let's see, then that would trigger the Pyromancer. This would go down to 4 health, kill that down to 2, then these things would die. Yeah, that's actually not probably the best move. Let's just keep it simple. We'll do this and thank him for letting me have a Recruit on the board. So basically, if he had killed the Recruit, my Recruit would be gone, but I would have 2 more health, so he sacrificed killing my Recruit in exchange for dealing 2 damage to the face. Well, the damage to the face has like no impact on the game right now. But the Recruit definitely can. Oh, yes, it can. Blessing of Kings is always scary to use against Shamans because, of course, they could have Hex. But if you put it on a Recruit, you're not really going down a card after they Hex it, because the Recruit was technically free. It's kind of like a... If you put it on a Recruit, Blessing of Kings is kind of like a 4/4 with charge, sort of. For 4 mana, which is pretty damn good. Well, is it? I guess Warriors get a 4/3 with charge for 4 mana, so it's not, like, amazing, but... Anyway, this is fine. I can get rid of the Divine Shield for free. I don't need to worry about a thing. We'll use my weapon for this. And, you know, I don't need to use Blessing of Kings here, so let's just keep it simple, keep it safe. We'll go up another card, making a Recruit. And this Recruit has already dealt 2 damage to the opponent. So the 2 damage that he did to me to not kill this thing, I've already dealt back to him. So he's not gotten ahead at all. The Paladin Hero ability, I've mentioned this before, is essentially card advantage. Every time you use it, you get an extra card on the table. So it's a good one if you can pull it off without making sacrifices. Gets a totem, gets the 1/1, which is fine. I could actually Avenging Wrath here, but that seems a little bit premature. Let's just keep it simple. Play a Ghoul. Get rid of the Imp Master Funk. Let's get rid of that thing. Let's get rid of this thing. Swing, swing, swing. This Shaman desperately needs 1 card, and that card is Lightning Storm. It'll kill off everything except the Yeti, and it might kill the Ghoul 50-50 odds. If he can flip a spell damage totem first, the Ghoul is dead and the Yeti has 50-50 odds. And then I actually don't have anything to do after that. So, yeah, the Lightning Storm would be a real win. It is a rare. It's just 1 card. He doesn't have it. He has a Frost Elemental. He really wanted a Fire Elemental there that would have actually killed this and had an extra point of power. So the fact that he only had a Frost Elemental makes a really big difference. Alright, well, we have a couple options. I could, of course, hit this with my weapon. Going down a fair ways, but he's a Shaman, not a Hunter, so I'm not as scared of him as I might be of a Hunter. And then throw the Yeti at this guy. I could also see about burning him out, because I do have 4 damage here, plus another 4 is 8. So that's 8 damage, 9, 10, 11, 17, 18. Not quite enough to kill him. I could do Avenging Wrath, which is not likely to kill the Frost Elemental, unless, of course, I hit it with the weapon, attack the Yeti, and then I Avenging Wrath. That would be 8 damage, plus another 4, that's 12, 13, 14. Oh, right, this thing's frozen, it can't attack. Yeah, I should keep that in mind, I guess. You know what? Let's just keep it simple. We'll put on Blessing of Kings. I'll hit him with that, make another Recruit, and we're going to swing. I don't really need to throw my weapon away, so I'll just hang on to it. Now, he's shown me last turn that he didn't have a Lightning Storm, or any way of killing this besides a Frost Elemental. So he seems to be pressed for answers. Unless he did have a Lightning Storm in his draft and he just top-decked it, he's going to be in trouble. He's going to Hex a Flesh-Eating Ghoul. That's something you never want to do with your life, but desperate times call for desperate measures. No Lightning Storm then. If he had a Lightning Storm, he would have clearly used it before the Hex, because the Lightning Storm had a 50-50 chance of killing the Ghoul. This game's pretty much over. Oh, yeah, this game's over. Oh, my God. Well played. Good old Ancestral Healing. Well, if he loses, that's why. So let's Avenging Wrath to see if we get lucky. The odds are small of killing the Yeti, but if we don't kill the Yeti, that means more bolts go at the face. So it all kind of comes out to be the same anyway in the end. Do-do, 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 do-do. And I'll get the last kill myself. This Recruit's like, oh, I didn't get to see any duty. I reported for duty, but I never saw it. I just sat there. Man, I like this deck. I tell you right now, if I end up pooping out and doing badly, I am gonna be a whiner. Just saying it. Don't say you didn't see it coming. I'm gonna be a whiner if this run ends up going badly, because those were 2 very strong wins against opponents. Yeah, who didn't really have much in the way of answers, but in particular, the Mage didn't have Flame Strike and the Shaman didn't have Lightning Storm. But the thing is, I think I could have won even if they'd had those cards. And with them not having those cards, I blew them out. Seems good. Life's good, guys. Just remember that always. Life is good. Hunter, King Shadow. Alright, well, we do have some life gain here. Earthen Ring Farseer, Voodoo Doctor, Guardian of Kings, and even True Silver Champions, technically a healing card. Lots of healing. Here, I will keep the Grizzly because things could go awry if I mulliganed it. Like here they almost did. I just have this Blue-Gill Warrior and nothing else. So if I'd mulliganed this and gotten, you know, like some other expensive thing, like my other Consecration or a Blessing of Kings or something, I could have been in a lot of trouble. So this is pretty weak. I have a lot of 1-drops. Didn't see any of them. Decent number of 2-drops. Just got the Blue-Gill Warrior. So, yeah, it could definitely be better. And that is a fact. Can I get a 1-drop as I did last time? I cannot. Now, I could coin into the Blue-Gill Warrior and plan to make a Recruit just to go for that board control, but that seems a bit extreme. We'll let the cards fall as they do. The one thing I don't want to see is a 2-3. As long as he doesn't have a 2-3, I'm good. Steady shots or anything with 2 toughness, I'm fine with. Alright, so Novice Engineer is annoying because I don't really want to throw a Blue-Gill Warrior at that. Light's Justice, however, yes, that's a nice top deck. I wish I could have had it last turn, because then if I played it last turn, I could do a Blue-Gill Warrior this turn without using the coin. Do I want to use the coin for that? Well, I do, and the reason why is I have a curve. The curve is 3, 4, 5. So since I have a curve to play, I use the coin there, hoping I'm not going to need the coin. But if I didn't have that curve, I would have hung on to the coin and not just stuck with the weapon. Haunted Creeper's a bit annoying because it will, of course, kill my Blue-Gill Warrior and 2 spiders come out. Can't kill them both. So I'm going to take a little chance here. I'm not going to kill the Haunted Creeper. We'll just let it do its thing. Hopefully there's no multi-shot here to be had. Buzzard. Ah, Buzzard. So the Buzzard is about to be nerfed on September 22nd in about 9 days. It's going to become a 5/5. Alright, well, is Consecration useful here? It's really tempting, but let's just consider all of our options. I could throw the bear at the hyena. I could dagger down the Buzzard. And then I could play like a Gnomish Inventor. Yeah, let's just Consecrate here. So we need to hit the hyena so that it dies. By the way, these spectral spiders that come out of the Haunted Creeper, they're not beasts. It looks like this person thought that they were going to get cards off the Starving Buzzard, but they do not. So we Consecrate now, clear the board. And I've got board control here. I've also got him below 20 health, which normally when you're a paladin doesn't really matter, but this deck I'd say has an above average amount of burn potential with the Consecrations, Avenging Wraths, Blessing of Kings, Truce of a Champion, etc. And I've got this Sludge Belcher to play next turn, which hunters are not very good at dealing with. Alright, Stampeding Kodo will kill that thing. Truce of a Champion is tempting. Sergeant Cleric does absolutely nothing, so we'll just play a Sludge Belcher here and hit him in the face. And I think there's a decent chance I'm going to hit him in the face, or hit him with the Truce of a Champion and bust my weapon, so I might as well just get the tick off now. Now this game is far from over. He could definitely come back here. Especially if that's a freezing trap. I don't have any spells to trigger the Pyromancer. I think this deck doesn't actually have that many spells in general, so the Pyromancer may often indeed not be that effective. Timberwolf doesn't change much yet, but 2 Timberwolves do. And a Scavenging Hyena. Interesting. Well, I love my other Consecration here. Can't find it, though. Alright, this is still okay. The Blue-Gill Warrior is a pretty good addition to the crew here. We'll play the Blue-Gill Warrior. Run at the hyena. Always kill hyenas first. So this is not a freezing trap, nor is it a snake trap, nor is it a snipe. So it's probably explosive trap. It could also be a misdirection. But again, explosive trap is more likely. So we will use the bear. Well, hang on. Let's use my weapon to kill a Timberwolf. This way, I can now use the slime to kill that Timberwolf. I could use the bear to kill that Kodo. And I should have played this first, because apparently I ended up wanting to play the Gnomish Inventor. Alright, Stampeding Kodo wouldn't change anything. It would have been a good card to play, but I wouldn't have had the mana to play it. So we're pretty sure this is an explosive trap. He tracks. I really wish that you could see what cards are discarded to tracking. He tracks again. Okay. He's really rummaging through his deck, so he's probably going to have some cards that are good for the situation. Tracking will do that for you. This is deceptive. He has not actually, you know, drawn 7 more cards than I have. He's just cycled with tracking. And does he have any good answers? Steady Shot is not a particularly good one. Right, well, this is most likely a misdirection, so let's throw the slime at it. No, sorry, not a misdirection, explosive trap. Sorry, wow, okay, it came out to be a misdirection. Let's try that again. This is most likely an explosive trap, but it wasn't. It was actually ended up being a misdirection. We'll put the Cobra down. And I don't really want to go crazy in case he does have Unleash the Hounds. But I will play the Cleric. Let's keep the True Silver Champion a secret for now. And get the damage on. So True Silver Champion represents 8 damage here. If I can deal 4 damage to him, I'll win. Assuming both of these swings get through. There's no taunts or oozes. Well, Sludge Belcher. Does he have a kill for the Cobra, though? Because the Cobra will kill the Sludge Belcher, then I can get through the other bit with my Kodo. Unleash the Hounds. Is he going to throw them all at the Cobra? That's probably the best, smartest move. And this person knows what he is doing. He uses Unleash the Hounds as essentially a 3-mana kill the Cobra thing, which is not the greatest use of Unleash the Hounds, but I think it was the correct use under the circumstances. So we'll play the True Silver Champion. We'll hit the Belcher. Run the No Mission Hunter at it. Regrettably, I don't have enough mana to play the Kodo, so I have to use the Shatterstone Cleric there. Let's play the Voodoo Doctor, heal that up, make a recruit, and hope he doesn't have any more Unleash the Hounds. So he used up his 1 copy of it. Because Unleash the Hounds here would kill 3 of my creatures. I'll leave him with another dog to use as he pleases. Is that an explosive trap? The last one was most likely to be explosive trap, and it wasn't. He does have Unleash the Hounds here. Jesus, dear lord. Well, it's weird. If he had an explosive trap, I don't know why he's killing all these things. So maybe it's not explosive trap? Okay. Well, I mean, it could be worse. He's got this dog and a secret, and that's it. So, you know, it could definitely be worse. Let's play the Ghoul, see if this is a snipe. It's not. Let's play the Kodo then. Pull the dog. Wait, I should have... Shit, I should have really attacked first. Well, we'll pass the turn then. I'm going to see if maybe I need to use the True Silver Champion against a minion of his. But I really should have attacked first to check for explosive trap. Ugh. This now might be an explosive trap. Luckily, my health total has been very high this game, so I'm not at risk of being burned out or anything. I just didn't quite play that last turn correctly. Explosive trap here? It's not... What is this? Hold on. I played a minion and didn't die to snipe. I attacked his face, so it's not... So this is a snake trap, weirdly enough, which I am fine with. No reason to commit the weapon just yet. But I should have the kill next turn with the weapon consecration and any one of these minions. Snake trap. I bet he regrets picking that epic. He got another secret. Oh gosh, that will in fact kill off my minions. If it is finally the explosive trap that I kept thinking it would be. So I've got 6 damage here. Let's see. Is that explosive trap? That second secret? It is an explosive trap, so my stuff all dies. Oh my goodness. This is obnoxious. I've got 2 points of healing here off of this True Silver Champion. So he's got a ways to go before he steady shots me to death, but he keeps on top decking his way out of doom. Now the other way I could win this game is if I trade 1 for 1 and he dies to fatigue. Alright, finally he gets a bad top deck and the game is over. Well played, sir. That was a good, the Hunter hung on pretty well, but still I was in the driver's seat. Like, it's like I was in the lead and he just was kind of holding on for dear life. So he did a good job fighting, but it's not like I was behind at any point in that game. That'll do, pig. That will do. We're going to do one more game to wrap this video up. 3-0 with some really solid games. I cannot complain about this draft. No, sir, I can't. Such a good balance of early drops, mid and late game drops, and removal makes for a good deck. Look at that good 4 mana spike, making it work. Don Salieri, is that a real person or something? It sounded like a familiar name, but I cannot quite place it. We're up against another Paladin. Very important to have an early game. Again, I'm keeping this 3-drop more or less out of desperation. You really don't want to have your first turn of the game be turn 3 Ghoul, but I may have to do that. And indeed, I cannot pull one of my 1-drops to save my life. I got an Argent Square that I think I haven't drawn yet, even once. I have a Leper Gnome, or 2. I have 2 Leper Gnomes. I have an Infiltrator. Can't get any of them to save my life. Well, still, the games have been going well, so I shouldn't be complaining. He mulliganed his whole hand. He didn't like his hand either. Let's hope his mulligan was as bad as mine. Do I want to make a coin Bluegill Warrior and then make a recruit in the next turn for board advantage? Alright, we'll try it. Let's do this for science. I don't know if this is the right play. Because Because you can make a recruit now and the blue gold warrior will die, but I figure against the fellow paladin it's very important to get that board advantage, so I might as well try it. So he makes a recruit.
Reporting for duty.
Light's Justice, again a turn late, but still better late than never. If I'd gotten this on turn 1, I could have now made a recruit. So the timing is a little bit awkward. Light's Justice, of course, is phenomenal. Phenomenal? Yeah, it's phenomenal, guys. You heard it here first. It's phenomenal against other paladins because you can kill off their recruits. This is like 4 free kills against their recruits. Elven Archer, who plays that dumb-ass card? Jesus H. Butternut Squash Christ. Well, go ahead and kill that with my Light's Justice, so I'm not really falling behind on cards, thanks to this guy. We have a 3-3 versus 1-1, but he's, he's the first player, so he's got the advantage here. Playing first, and I wasn't able to get anything to stick, thanks to frickin' Elven Archer. Senjin Shieldmaster. Crap, I can't kill it. Oh, jeez. This is bad. I've only got 4 damage, and I can't kill any of his things to grow the flesh-eating ghoul. Shit. Well, we're gonna just have to play a Gnomish Inventor, I suppose, and call it a day. No, Blessing Kings, that would have been nice to have. This is like the game of getting every card 1 turn late. Oh, boy. He's gonna kill the ghoul here with the Sanjin. Hopefully my Gnomish Inventor can then kill the Sanjin off. No, he's gonna put a Divine Shield on it. Oh, of course he's gonna put a Divine Shield on it. Well, this game is not going good. No, sir. If I had a Consecration, I do have 2 in the deck, I could actually catch back up, but as it is... Oh, jeez, this is really bad, actually. Because whether this is Avenge or Noble Sacrifice, I'm in a bit of trouble. Oh, jeez. Well, we have to go for it here. If it's Avenge, then it's Avenge. Avenge. It's Avenge. Ugh. This was a really good secret that time. He's got the kill for my thing. Now, card-wise, I'm still doing okay, and who knows, if I play Avenging Wrath and it goes well, I could end up still being okay, but I definitely did not get an advantage in this game like I did again the other 3. Oh, I should probably respond to my friend. Sorry, I can't. I'm recording, and then I teach. Well, let's see, he's got 7 cards to my, 7-ish. It's looking good. I really wish I'd gotten this a turn earlier, though. If I'd gotten this on turn 1, I'd have an extra recruit on the board, and that would make a really big difference right now, having that extra 1-1.
Let me think.
It's interesting how bad of a card Wisp is, and yet having a 1-1 on the table is a really good thing sometimes. Yes, it is. Well, he's hesitating. I'm feeling, though, he's not pressed for options. I'm feeling he's just got multiple ways of dealing with the situation, and is just picking the best one. This does not strike me as a, oh no, there's nothing I can do sort of hesitation. Alright, Mr. Salieri, what are you going to do? Cult Master, pretty good card here. He's going to get cards for both of these if they crash into my Inventor. And awkwardly, I can't really play Avenging Wrath because if it kills these things before the Cult Master dies, as is likely, then I will be giving my opponent even more cards. So yeah, that was a really good Cult Master there for him. Really good indeed. At least he couldn't use any of those cards. Well, Consecration is an interesting choice. It lets me keep my Leper Gnome and make another recruit. I could also throw the Leper Gnome with the Cult Master, plank away one of the Tidehunters, and still have my full mana for the turn. I could do this, or I could do a Grizzly and a recruit. What is better? Well, I don't know if this is the right move, but it's the move I'm going to make. I'm trying to get some board presence established here. Life-wise, we're equal. He's got a 1-1 and 6 cards. I have 6 total cards, one of which is a 1-1, and he's first to play. So he's definitely got the edge, but I'm holding some pretty good answer cards here. If he plays anything really large, that would be the problem. But if he plays an armada of small things, I'm okay with it, because I can consecrate and hopefully finish them off. Knife Juggler? Alright, please don't hit my recruit. Knife Juggler. Oh, man. Okay, so that's 2 times it has to not hit my recruit. And And it hits through to the first one. Of course. And the bear, too, because why the fuck not? Alright, that was a pretty good turn for him. Consecration here plus the bear would kill off the Silverhand Knight. It's not as tempting, though, because it would mean I lose all my board presence. I could Avenging Wrath. Consecration would give me 3 mana to do what? Make a recruit. Avenging Wrath, of course, might not necessarily kill everything, which would be bad. Like, if it left a Knife Juggler alive, I'd be in a bit of trouble. Alright, we're doing it. I'm not that happy about this. Mind. But, that's what I'm going to do, and I am going to follow my own advice and not let the Paladin keep it. Tempting as it was to get him below 20. So he's got 5 cards, I have 4 soon to be 5, and he's the first to play. So he's definitely got the advantage because he's playing first and I'm responding. Him being the first player is making a huge difference in this game. Demolisher can die to my True Silver. The problem is then I cannot play any of my other minions. Wow, that was a pretty damn good turn. He's got a lot of power all of a sudden. Alright. We'll do this. That's very annoying for a Ventricle Mercenary to deal with because, of course, Ventricle has to throw itself at this thing twice. I don't see the point of attacking this Demolisher very much. Is there a point? If I'm going to use True Silver Champion anyway to kill it? Yeah, so we'll just hit him in the face. Alright, so you can't really play minions. The barrel sails over everything into my head, which is exactly where I wanted it to go. He can't play minions. How good are his spells? Does he have a Blessing of Kings here? He has a Consecration. Ugh. Interesting choice. I would have actually run the Ventricle into this first with the Consecration. Oh, I see, because he has motherfucking Blessing of Kings. Well, there was nothing I could do to win this game. Absolutely nothing. My opponent just had the right stuff. At all times, mind you. Alright, well, let's do a Pyromancer and an Avenging Wrath and hope that this clears out at least one of his creatures. Wow, so they both are left with 1 health. If only I had like a 1 mana spell, like a Blessing of Might or something, I could have killed them both off. This time I'm not so lucky. The Demolisher cleans me out, and I think I've already used both Consecrations and my Avenging Wrath, so I'm really screwed here. I'm getting hit for 12 damage, and I will lose. Kind of a depressing end to this video, to be sure, that he had just like the perfect minions and then also the perfect follow-up. That's just the icing on the cake here. Alright, what I'm going to do is kill myself in style. I'm going to hit the War Golem, and I'm not going to play any minions, because this way the Demolisher is guaranteed to hit me in the face, and that is how I die. So, a bit of a bullshitty game here at the end. Definitely not happy about it, but still, it's a good run. I think the deck is good. This Paladin just had ridiculous draws. I don't think his deck was even that good. I think he just had amazing draws, and so he beat me because his draws were better, and because he was the first player. Had I been the first player, I think I might have beaten him there as well. So, thanks for watching. Please like the video if you enjoyed it, like and or subscribe, and I'll see you again soon with the rest of this run and more. Take care.